Hello, my name is Melissa Major, and for my presentation, I will be discussing medical technology and its use in relation to mental health. So, first, I'll begin by describing what exactly medical technology is. So, as defined by Shi and Singh, medical technology is the practical application of the scientific body of knowledge for the purpose of improving health and creating efficiencies in the delivery of health care. Medical technology includes information technology and informatics, which is the transformation of data into useful information. This involves determining data needs, gathering data, storing and analyzing data, and reporting the information in a desired format. Medical technology also includes electronic health records and systems, which are IT applications that enable the processing of any electronically stored information pertaining to individual patients for the purpose of delivering healthcare services. These records replace traditional paper medical records and include medical history and additional relevant medical information. Electronic health, mobile health, and e-therapy are the electronic healthcare used over the internet, and online services are used to incorporate the patient into becoming an active part of their own healthcare. Telemedicine is also a form of medical technology, which is the use of telecommunication technology for medical health used when the provider and the client are separated by distance. Medical technology also uses equipment and devices, which include the technology that is used for diagnosing, survival care, illness management, cures, preventions, system management. It's used in laboratories and much more. Medical technology is also used for research to focus on improving the quality of healthcare, reducing healthcare costs, and improving access to services. So now that we know more about medical technology, we can now see how medical technology is used in relation to mental health care. Medical technology is used in improving quality of psychological well-being through the use of e-therapy, research, equipment, applications, virtual reality, mobile health, and much more. It can improve care and treatment of a wide array of populations, ages, and diagnoses, including adults, children, veterans, diagnoses of schizophrenia, depression, and many more. New frameworks are also being developed to improve medical technology use in mental health care. So first is the use of e-therapy. E-therapy is defined as any type of professional therapeutic interactions that make use of the internet to connect qualified mental health professionals and their clients. This is an alternative to face-to-face therapy. It is used to address things like personal growth, anxiety, social phobia, body image, and much more. It's not appropriate for suicidal ideation, thought disorders, borderline personality disorder, and other more serious mental health issues that are better confronted in face-to-face interventions. Virtual physician visits are online clinical encounters, also known as telemedicine, which are similar to face-to-face visits. Next is the use of virtual reality in psychological treatment. So this is based on a systematic review of recent evidence on virtual reality use in psychological treatment. Virtual reality can enable the assessment of cognitions, emotions, and behavior in an ecologically valid environment. So virtual reality combines the control of laboratory measures with the similarity of everyday experiences. The individuals wear virtual reality headsets, and advances in technology enhance the ability to use virtuality in treatment. So virtual reality provides the sense of presence and the sensation of actually being there. Individuals can manipulate environmental triggers and overcome distress, and also learn to better manage difficulties, have better access to the therapeutic process. Virtual reality allows the ability to personalize treatment, so the right treatment for the right person at the right time. It also allows individuals to improve functioning and wellness and works in a preventative measure. Virtual reality is very interactive and has shown to be effective with individuals who experience agoraphobia, fear of flying, social anxiety, public speaking, PTSD, and schizophrenia. So these individuals can practice vocational, social, and interpersonal skills. Problems with virtual reality and psychological treatment include that the treatment can be too confronting and can cause cyber sickness, nausea, and dizziness. So next is the use of mobile health technology for military mental health, and this is from a review from Military Medicine. So mHealth is the use of mobile communication technology, including cellular phones, smartphones, personal digital assistants, and tablets to deliver healthcare services. So this is great because mobile devices are in reach throughout most of the day and establishes a direct line of communication between the user and care providers in times of crisis. So this can improve access to care and quality of care. Mobile health uses mental health questionnaires and cognitive behavioral therapy. They can also use sensors to monitor physiological activity, improve compliance. It can also encourage patient engagement and enhance communication. So mHealth technology can reduce costs and increase consistency and reliability through appointment reminders and much more. It can also be used to customize treatment to the needs of each user. An area to focus on would be the importance of safety and privacy in the use of mobile health technology. And there are many leading military programs that are focusing on mHealth projects in use for mental health. So next is technology and its relation to post-traumatic stress disorder. So researchers at Columbia University have recently used magnetic resonance imaging, or MRIs, and neuroimaging to determine the size of the hippocampus. A larger hippocampus may mean that PTSD treatment is more likely to work. The hippocampus is the part of the brain responsible for differentiating between safety and danger and is directly related to PTSD and its treatment. The size can indicate intensity of PTSD and how effectively it may be treated. It may be used with new recruits for military service before an assignment to decide if they are capable of dealing with stress and trauma. This has had a huge impact on the diagnosing, treatment, and possible prevention of PTSD. So next is the use of technology in schizophrenia. So recently, Stanley Center for Psychiatric Research, Harvard Medical School, and Boston Children's Hospital have been doing a lot of research on the genetics and DNA of schizophrenia. So genetic DNA probing, cutting, sorting, and reading using microscopes and additional technology have found that for the first time, scientists can pin down a molecular process in the brain that helps to trigger schizophrenia. The C4A gene on a region of chromosome 6 is associated with the risk of schizophrenia. So this allows us to have a better understanding of the bigger picture for schizophrenia, and it connects many things that haven't been associated before these findings. It can also have a potential for early detection and new treatment and medications, and also provides hope for possible cure in the future decades. And we wouldn't be able to have these findings without the technology used. So next is the use of mental health apps. So in 2015, there were more than 800 apps available on smartphones and tablets for mental health. These include things like self-management, which includes medication reminders, tools for managing stress, anxiety, sleep problems, and much more. They can also track heart rate, breathing patterns, blood pressure, etc. These apps also include apps to promote thinking skills and cognitive remediation to improve the thinking skills for individuals with serious mental illness. These apps also address illness management and supported care in order to interact with another peer support or trained professional who can offer guidance. These apps also can track symptoms to sensor, which uses sensors to record movement patterns, social interactions, behavior at different times of the day, vocal tone and speed, and much more. They can then analyze the data to signal a mood episode such as mania, depression, or psychosis before it occurs. These apps are also used for data collection, for better understanding of mental health to develop better interventions. So what about human interaction? Do these apps allow people to directly connect with other human beings? Some believe that mental health issues can be resolved through human relationship, which may not be available for those using mental health apps. Future research to determine the efficacy of these apps is needed. So the pros and cons of these apps. So the pros of mental health apps is that they're convenient. So treatment can take place at any time and anywhere. and is better for those who struggle with in-person appointments, people in remote areas, or after a traumatic event such as a disaster. These apps can also be anonymous, so people can seek treatment without involving other people. These apps are also cost efficient. Some are free, and most cost less than traditional care. These apps also offer consistency, so the same treatment program to all users. And these apps also offer support, so they complement traditional therapy by extending an in person session, reinforce new skills, and provide support and monitoring. The cons of these apps is the effectiveness will need to be addressed. So we need to obtain specific scientific evidence that these apps work and work as well as traditional methods. Also, for who and what, if these apps work for all mental health conditions or only some mental health conditions. Also, the issue of privacy. We would need to be able to guarantee privacy for sensitive personal information in these apps. Also, who will or should regulate mental health technology and the data within these apps? And also the issue of overselling. So, are these apps promising more than it delivers, causing people to turn away from using the apps altogether? So, that concludes my presentation on medical technology and mental health. And finally, I have my sources on the final slide here.